Wow. This is a very special moment for me. It's most moving to be here tonight. I have friends up here from Chicago that are stand-up comedians, and I told them I was taking all the jokes out because they would be hypercritical of the jokes that I put in. So, you met Ellen. You know, the Gestapo is alive. When she was planning this event, can you all hear me?
Yeah.
When she was planning this event, she said, okay, there are going to be some people that will precede you. And she said, you've got 5 minutes. I said, 5 minutes? Do you know how gregarious I am? I can't say hello in 5 minutes. So you're limiting me a great deal, and it's not going to be good. So I've got 30 pages that I'm going to put away. She already told you she's worked with 6 doctors. She's given me that 5 minutes to say auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, adios, goodbye. So we'll limit it down. And Mike already told you that in 1980, it was 1980 when I was at Fort Riley, and I've told everybody in on the staff that when I got ready to leave Fort Riley hadn't changed a great deal because Custer left Fort Riley. And he said, don't change anything until I get back. And they haven't. My staff, I showed him a picture of Custer. He said, that's Robert E. Lee. It is really General George Armstrong Custer. He left for the Little Bighorn, and he didn't come back, and he came back scalped. I mean, he died scalped. And I said, I'm leaving too, but I hope I don't get scalped. Anyway, so it was 1980. Actually, it was before 1980 that I first came up to see Mike. And I said, Michael, you need a partner, and it's me. And he said, well, I was kind of looking. And I said, how hard were you looking? Well, not very hard, you know. And he said, I don't think I can wait for you. And I said, well, try. And darn if he did, he waited for me. And I got the interview with Rosaline and Mike in Chicago. And if you know Rosaline, she's kind of bumping up and down on the bed, jumping up and down. And she said, I love this guy. So I knew I was in. She liked me. Mike and I had been classmates, like Mike said, and we did travel in different circles. He was at the Ardmore all the time. And I was working at the bank. I had one son, and Pat had been, this was a different time, mind you. When you showed a bump, you got fired from your job until you didn't have the bump anymore. So until Jeff came out and was bored, Pat couldn't work. So we were borrowing the money. Anyway, Mike and I didn't see much of each other because of being single and married and being at the opposite ends of the table. In dental school, you were at long tables, and if you were at one end, you never knew the guys at the other end, or gals. Well, anyway, Mike was ready to expand, and so he took me in. We had 2 locations at that time, one in Marinette and one in Green Bay. And we thrived. We thrived enough that when Denny Destino came and interviewed with us, we said, come on, come aboard. And life was good. We thrived, we clicked, we had the same patient philosophy of treatment. The patient was number one. even at the expense of our families. I had told Pat that she was number 2 after oral surgery. That was not a good thing to say. Waving the boner, I'm not. Anyway, it was so good, and it was so fruitful that we grew a lot. And unfortunately, then lightning struck, and Denny developed colorectal cancer, as Mike already made reference to. And I was going to point out that we have the honor, I have the great honor of having Carrie and Joe Destino here in the audience as well. And we are truly thankful that you were able to come. Thank you. I've left the practice 2 times. Mike made reference to leaving the practice for Desert Storm. It was a growth time for me. It really was. Denny was still with us at that time, and Denny and Mike kept a place for me. They treated my schedule. I got called to Desert Storm on the 23rd of December, 1989. Because I was going to Florida, and I came with lots more bags. And Pat said, "Why did you come with so many bags?" I didn't want to tell her that the bags were full of military gear. And I said to my son, what's don't tell your mother. I asked Pat to leave the room when Jeff called. And I said, "Jeff, don't tell your mother, because I haven't had a chance to tell her yet." Well, Pat has never been known to have small ears. After I hung up, I came back into the room and she said, "Don't tell your mother what?" And I said, "I've been called up for the build-up for Desert Storm, and they're painting my truck desert color." Well, that was my first clue, you know. By the way, I did treat 2 patients after I got called, and I don't remember putting a stitch in, or I don't remember anything. I don't know what happened to those 2 patients. I treated them well, but then I went to Florida. As I said, those were tough times. I realized what I was giving up, and a lot of people gave up an awful lot at that time. There were a lot of people in this audience that were actually there to welcome me back home. It was great to be back home, and it made me most appreciative. And I've probably mentioned this to some of you before, but I get the biggest kick out of going to the grocery store, because we have so much plenty in our grocery stores. And I didn't realize how much plenty until I'd been away. And anyway, I came back and I told Pat that she was number 1, and that oral surgery had a second seat in my life to her, which was a good thing to say. I got called up for Bosnia again, and Denny and Mike again covered for me, and I will editorialize one more time a little bit more. There were fellows and gals that left their practices for the military slot where they were supposed to fill. They came back and they were no longer offered those positions. They lost their position in their practice. People can be really kind of difficult at times. The blessing is coming back to this wonderful country of ours. To my dear staff, I'd like everyone in the audience that is current staff or past staff to stand up, please. Kathy Edman, Lynn, Kathy West. I believe you know that you are my delight. You have pointed me in the right direction, protected me, pampered me, and caught me before I'd gone into the room with blood on my mask or my coat all disheveled. You have made me look good all these years. You have truly been the wind beneath my wings, and I love you. I appreciate the sacrifices that all of you have made, because when Mike and I and the other partners say that the patient comes number one, it's been at your expense sometimes. You've had to stay late, you've gotten here early, and you've been wonderful. I respect your professionalism, and I have relished your growth and your maturity. I've seen many of you mature tremendously in the years that you've worked for us, and you have been very, very dear to all of us. To my dental colleagues, I want to thank you. Thank you. You've had faith in our practice. You've realized that we provide personal and professional care that's above reproach. I've cherished the opportunity to enjoy your treatment plans and plan appropriately for your patient. I feel that we are number one, and we want your patient to feel that we are number one and that we will treat them as number one and that there is no equal. I know that's going to continue with my partners. It's been a pride and joy for me to see us add new and bright faces to the practice. They are available to you almost all the time. When I told Pat I wanted to train in oral surgery, she said, "Why are you giving up the good life of general dentistry? Why do you go to the specialty that works every Friday when everybody else is golfing? And you take call all the time, and you have to be there all the time." Well, that's where it is for us. We have a passion for that, and part of the reason why I'm leaving now is I want to forget that passion. I love that passion, but it's time. I love the patients. I still love the patients, but I don't want the teeth that are attached to them. To my partners, you have put up with my personal quirks, you put up with my idiosyncrasies, and you've kept me, even though I vote to abstain all the time. You've indulged me in this wonderful evening because I wanted to say thank you to everybody that supported our practice and say goodbye to everyone. Thank you, Mike Piscella. Thank you, VJ Parmer. Thank you, Jason Lemoine. It's been great. Thank you, Brad Cook. Where are you, Brad? I haven't even seen you all night. Hi, Brad. And thank you to Chuck Ellis. Even though that there are now 2 Navy guys, I felt very outnumbered. It's not good, but we won the last 2 football games. We beat you after how many years? You know exactly. I hope I've always been a credit to you. I hope I've been a credit to my mentors and to our specialty of dental care. You are the future of this wonderful practice in the broadest sense. The family of Bay Oral will continue providing the best care in northeastern and even northwestern Wisconsin and the UP. My personal future apart from Bay Oral. The focus has now changed, and Pat is my full-time focus. Pat, come up here and join me, man. We're gonna split time between Marco Island, you pulled me off, Marco. We're gonna split time between Naples and Green Bay. I thought it was gonna be Sturgeon Bay. Well, she doesn't like Sturgeon Bay as much as she thought she would, and so we're coming back to where our friends are in Green Bay. We're going to focus on our 3 sons and their wives, as the case may be. You know, Greg is still single. Gals that are looking. And he's a news announcer too. But anyway, we're going to focus on the sons and their wives, and we're going to focus on 8 grandchildren. I'd like to introduce you to our future. Katrina Lemoine, will you come up here? TJ Lemoine, will you come up? Mariah Lemoine. Colin Lemoine would be here, except he's busy on Broadway trying to get a part. He's only been offered the opportunity to complete his physics degree in London, and at the same time he's been offered several agents. How many agents? 8 different agents have asked to be representing him for positions on Broadway. Not that my buttons are popping. Samantha Lemoine, will you come up? Lydia, will you come up, please? Lydia Lemoine. Ella Lemoine, come on up here. She's my bow and arrow gal. She said, will you go to lessons with me? And I said, sure. And she said, have I got it knocked right, Grandpa? And she said, honey, keep the bow down. Didn't you? Okay. And last but not least, come on up here, Teddy. Teddy Lemoine. Oh, and I forgot one more prospective grandchild. Oh. Scott Hood, would you come up here since you're going to be a member of the family next time? Scott is Katrina's fiance. Thank you all. We love you all. And it's so satisfying to see you all here tonight. Thank you so very much for coming. I love you all and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you so very, 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 very much.
Thank you, everybody.